Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of New Distributor Training for Saturday morning. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija, and it's my privilege to be the host today for the training. I'm not the only person that does this. We have a number of our field leaders that come in and do Saturday morning training. That way we've got, different voices. Everybody hears a different voice. Which reminds me about a line about hearing voices, but I'm going to leave that one alone. Good morning, good afternoon for those of you on the East Coast. Just a little quick program update. We will be doing our regular new distributor training this morning, and then since this is the first Saturday of period 140, we'll take a little break. And then right at the top of the next hour, we'll come back. We'll do a team-wide meeting, kind of just setting the pace and the focus points for this upcoming period. You can stay plugged into the broadcast, or like I will do, I'll take a quick little break, go check on mom and see how the house is going, and then I'll come right back at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. And you do the time zone translation for yourself, and you can just stay tuned in. You can come back to this same link, what have you. But what we're going to do this morning, first of all, I want to welcome all of you. I know you can be a lot of places on Saturday morning, but because you've made that decision to commit to your future, to build a Zija business, you're doing what many of us are doing, and we're taking a little bit of time on a Saturday to get better informed, better trained. Many of us are providing some of that support to you. We're very fortunate. We have such a wide array of experience in this industry here of network marketing. Personally, I've been involved in the industry off and on over 30 years. Back in the mid 80s, I was a cross-country truck driver. I left that to get involved in network marketing, chasing my dream. My dream was to be able to have the financial resources to provide the education that my son needed. He was a special needs child, and help him become everything that he could be, and to have the time freedom to be with him. And it was an incredible opportunity. The real key for me was I got to learn how to do this from somebody who had high-level experience. Everybody knows somebody that's been involved in a network marketing or multi-level business at some point in their life. The problem is there's no prerequisites for getting involved in network marketing. I mean, if you can, fog a mirror and sign up and got a credit card, you can get in, right? Well, we all know that there's a big difference between people that create, modest income, moderate income, or high-level success. And I was very fortunate that my very first sponsor and my very first company was already $1 million earner. And so I got to learn how to do that, how to do this type of distribution model the way the professionals do. Now, fast forward, 10 years later, I retired. Had an opportunity to start to do the things that most people have to wait till they're in their 60s to do. I started doing that in my 40s. When Zija was introduced to me a decade ago, it was a tiny little company, but it had all of the foundational elements of what would become a true legacy billion-dollar company. And I wanted to be involved, and I simply did the things that I was taught. And I have to tell you, this past decade with Zija has eclipsed the income that I was able to retire on from the previous venture. And today, Zija International has finally hit that point in time where it's ready to grow to that billion-dollar company. And we're so fortunate we got so many people part of Zija today that have true, a big-time, high-level experience and tenure in the industry. You're going to get a chance to meet a couple of those people, both being part of the regular Saturday morning training, as well as here at the top of the hour when we do our team-wide meeting. A couple of our field leaders are going to be joining me with that as well. So what I want to do this morning is, for those of you that were on the email list, or you got the Facebook post or what have you, you saw that the topics today we're going to primarily be focused on the most important skills for a brand new distributor. And want to take a little bit of fear away. The exciting part is you don't have to have many skills. Okay, the key to success, especially as you're starting out in this business model, this distribution model of network marketing or people-to-people marketing or multi-level marketing, is a number of synonymous terms that we use. The key is don't do it by yourself. Work with somebody that knows what to do. That's the key. Now, there are a few things that I'm going to share with you. I encourage you, grab your pen, grab your note paper, your notebook, your journal. Today, I keep all my notes in one of these really nice, journals. When I first started in the industry, I didn't have that opportunity. I was using stuff like this, spiral notebooks. Okay, and I still use them today to prepare for the trainings that I do. Do whatever, use whatever you want, but most importantly, have something that you're going to be able to keep around, because the only value to having knowledge is sharing it with others, in particular in our business. Now, this morning, I'm going to cover a few of those things. I'm going to try and do this relatively briskly because I want to be able to open up for questions and answers. You guys ask the questions. If I got an answer, I'll give it to you. If I don't, I'm going to call on somebody else to help me with that. But I want you to be able to take notes. Now, a couple of things for you, especially those of you that are brand new distributors. Maybe you just got started. Maybe you signed up yesterday. Maybe you're so new you haven't figured out how to spell Zija yet. Okay, this is for you. Okay, today is for you. Those of you maybe have been around for a while. You've been working the business. Maybe you're feeling like you haven't had the level of success that you would like to have, that you feel maybe you should be having. This is for you. For those of you that have been around some time and have done very well, and here I'm talking about, our executive level people that have hit, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, emerald, what have you. This is for you, because one of the most important things to understand as you climb the ladder of success in our type of business has absolutely nothing to do with you and your individual success, but rather creating success in others. And if you want to start your note taking, put this down in your notes. It was something that was hammered into me, 34 years ago or something like that when I first started in the profession. Duplication is the key to success. Duplication is everything. Okay? What you do must be duplicatable by the masses, because success in our business is based upon a lot of people doing a little bit, not a handful of spectacular people doing huge amounts of volume. If it was a matter of having just a handful of incredibly successful people, I never would have made it in this business. But I bought that story, that if I followed a simple system, shared my products that I personally consumed, that some of my friends would want to consume those products, and I could make some money being the distributor who sold that product, and then also recognizing that some of those people might be interested like me in making some money, and so I could teach them how to make some money and share with their friends, and some of their friends would want to do the same thing. This concept of a simple duplicatable system is critical to your long-term success. Now, new distributor training, that's the title of this morning, of every Saturday morning. We're not doing the same thing every Saturday morning. I want you to get a foundation of what we do, get that underneath your belt, because we use Saturday morning to work on a little different topic, something more specific to an area of building your business, so that it's something new every single Saturday morning. And you're very fortunate. There's a lot of other people that do Saturday morning new distributor training. You're not dependent on just me. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a couple links in the chat box. If you're on your computer, just move the cursor a little bit. You'll see the little dialog box at the bottom of the screen, or if you're on your phone, tap your screen, it'll bring it up. You'll see a chat box. In that chat box, you can respond to me or any of the other panelists that'll be speaking here today. I'm going to give you a link. Let me do this real quick. www.youtube.com/Fred Holmes Zija. Now, that link it goes to the YouTube channel that I have, and archived there are, a number of videos. Okay, our Saturday morning new distributor trainings are there. Thursday night biz talks are there. You're going to get a lot of that's where everything's recorded. So you can go back and replay it, share it with your team, what have you. There's another link I'm going to give you, which is a tab on that YouTube channel, but I'm going to give you the direct link, youtube.com/Fred Holmes, Zija/playlists. Okay, now that last link, that's a tab in the YouTube channel. Here you're going to find there's only one playlist there right now. Okay, that playlist is called New Distributor Training. There'll be 4 videos there. I really encourage you to take a little time and go watch those 4 videos. The first one is called New Distributor Training, and that is, a compilation of all the things that were taught to me many years ago on how to build our business. It's what everybody needs to know. Two most important things. What do we do, and how do we do it? Now, if you understand what it is we do and how we do it, then simply all you have to do is the doing part, right? Okay, you're not going to make any money watching my videos, okay? I don't make any money watching my videos or having you watch them. Maybe I should try and charge for them or something. Maybe I make some money on that. But you want to watch that first 30-minute training so you understand the things that were taught to me 30 plus years ago. There'll be 3 additional little training videos in that playlist. They're about 10 minutes apiece, so another 30 minutes of your time. How to put together a prospect list, so you can have people to talk to. How to develop your Zija story, and a 90-day game plan to get off to a fast start. Those 3 little 10-minute videos collectively would be considered the fast start training. And you may want to put this in your notes because it's a critically important component to long-term success. It is easier to get off to a fast start than a slow start. Okay, and it doesn't make sense that that would be the case. It's kind of counterintuitive. You're just going to have to buy my story on that one. It is easier to get off to a fast start than a slow start. And I'm going to give you an analogy. Most of you have been on a commercial airplane, a jet at some point in your life, going to see grandma or what have you. Have you noticed that at the very beginning of the trip, the pilot hits the taxi, taxis up to the runway, and then they lock the brakes, and then they throttle up 100%, release the brakes, and the airplane starts rolling down the runway. And they maintain full throttle, not 90% throttle, not 50% throttle, 100% throttle until the airplane is off the ground. But here's an interesting concept. Once the airplane lifts off the runway, they maintain 100% throttle, not for a little while, but until they hit cruising altitude, okay, maybe 30,000 feet. The only way that airplane can get off the ground is from the beginning of the runway to be 100% throttle, not to just lifting off, but until it's well underway. It's about creating momentum. Some of you may want to leave your chat box open. I've got my dear friend Lorraine Best. She captions the things that I say. She captures the most important elements, and I'm going to have to put Lorraine on the payroll. Well, she's a Zija distributor. She's going to make a lot more money than my payroll. So anyway, pay attention to what she's doing because she has the ability to capture the important points of our discussion in the morning. Now, the key here is it is easier to get off to a fast start than a slow start, because the only thing that matters is results. Okay, be very clear about this. Results are the only thing that matter. Do you want, we talk about the potential, but people are going to join us because of results. Now, so go and take a look at those training videos. That's a great foundation. Today we want to talk about the most important skills for a brand new distributor to develop in the beginning. and how to use those skills. And then I want to use that as an example of how to participate in one of the most exciting events that's happening in Zija International in the now 11 years that I've been with the company. Many of you are aware that in October, we are going to have the very first Zija 1 Leadership Conference in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, this event is strictly for the purposes of taking our distributor base and exposing them to the knowledge and the experience of the most successful people in our company. It just makes sense to me. Success leaves clues. If you can spend a few days with the most successful people in the company, and they are pouring into you all of, in some cases, we're going to be talking collectively, centuries of experience. I've got over 30 years now in this industry. There'll be people there like Reed and Yvonne Nelson. They've got over 40 years of experience. You'll have people like Mac McDonald and Pat Terriot. Between the two of them, they've got decades of experience. Collectively, they've made, and I hate to throw the term millions around because it kind of loses meaning, millions of dollars. Is it possible not to improve your ability to be successful if you spend time with those folks? Now, here's the problem: is you can't buy your way there. Okay, the only way to be part of the Zija 1 Leadership Conference is to earn your place. And if you haven't done so already, you need to download this document from your back office. It's the Leadership Conference contest. I don't know if it's really a contest. It's how you qualify. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a few minutes, so you make sure that you're on track with what you need to do to be there. But this program is designed to have only the people who are serious about building their Zija business attend. You can't buy your way there. Your upline can't bring you as a guest. This is for the serious people. Now, what's exciting about it is we have 2 full periods, 8 weeks as of today to qualify for that. Every single one of you, and I'm talking about the most brand new distributor, you signed up 30 minutes ago, you're still not sure what you signed up for. Okay, I mean, there's things, that situation happens. And you're going to be very part-time because you got a full-time job, a part-time job, a part-time job, family, kids to take care of, what have you. It doesn't make any difference. If you can commit 30, 60, 90 minutes a day to your Zija business, every single one of you can be there. Okay, the path is simple so long as, number one, you know the path, what you have to do to get there. Number two, you develop the skills to be able to accomplish that goal. The company will take care of you. You first have to qualify to be there. Do a little bit more work, company will pay for your hotel room there. Do a little bit more work, they'll pay for your airplane ticket to get there. Every single person can qualify to be there. Now, let's talk about these skills, and then what I want to do is open up to question and answer. First things first. As a brand new distributor, be very clear on this. The term that we use is independent distributor. Okay, you don't work for your upline. Your upline isn't your boss. Okay, you are your own boss in your own Zija business. Okay, you are 100% independent, free to do whatever you want, but be very clear about this. All of the requirements that are put upon you are put upon you by yourself. You have to own responsibilities. Why I love this industry so much. It is entrepreneurism at its most pure form. You don't have to be, part of the family business. You don't have to have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to start your own business. You can start your own business. Literally on the strength of a credit card. I did. and you can create whatever level of success you desire, but it is your requirement. You're the one that has to do that. There is, I've had people that have chosen me as their sponsor and have signed up with me, and they didn't do anything, and guess what? They didn't make any money. Okay, it wasn't because they didn't have the knowledge or the support or were offered the tools, but they were responsible for their business. Okay, so the good news on this is it doesn't make any difference who your sponsor is. Your sponsor could be, brand new, 1 day, 1 hour in the business longer than you. That's okay. The way our structure is, there are people that are part of your upline or upstream team, support team, that are here to help you. This makes so much sense. Work with the people that have already demonstrated they have success and know what to do. And I'm not faulting your brand new, your upline distributor. They may be brand new, okay, but you be that person that seeks out the support. One of the things that's so gratifying to me is that there are so many different organizations represented here. If I actually look through the list of attendees, I'm going to tell you right off the top of my head, just a real quick scan, probably less than 50% of the people that are part of this live training today are part of my personal organization. In Zija, we all work together for each other's benefits. And so you need to plug in to your upline leadership. And I'm talking, look for your upline golds, platinums, diamonds, emeralds. Look for the people that have demonstrated through their success that they know what to do. Plug in with them. You're always free to be part of this. We keep this, not team specific, but industry, network marketing, and Zija specific. And so be plugged in, and that's first thing on your notes. Most important skills, and it's not so much a skill, but an activity. Put this number one in your notes. Get plugged in. Okay, you're welcome to plug into the things that I do for Zija and for the my personal organization, the Zija community. Join my mailing list if you'd like. All right, you go to my website, www.fredholmes.com. Fred Holmes, Holmes, fredholmes.com. Click on contact and scroll to the bottom page. You'll see a place to enroll in the newsletter. That's my team email list. You can, subscribe to the YouTube channel I have. I put that in the original chat box message there. It's youtube.com/Fred Holmes Zija. Work through your upline to find one of your plugged-in diamonds. They probably have resources just like that as well. Okay, get plugged in. And this is prompted from a text message I got literally seconds before I was supposed to start this from a new team member that said, I just got started. They named their upline and said, how do I get in on the training today? I'm going to tell you right now, before I had these resources for my organization as a brand new distributor with Zija, number one priority when I enrolled a new person is I introduced them to my upline sponsor, and I got them plugged into the online resources he was providing. Nobody had to ask, where do I find the training? Because I plugged them in immediately. Folks, do that. You will be an incredibly strong leader as a brand new distributor if you take your newest enrollees and introduce them to their upline, your upline, and get them plugged into the resources that are available to them. Now, let's talk about specific skills in building your Zija business. Understand that our business is a business of, number one, sharing our products, and number two, sharing our income opportunity. That's the primary activities of a brand new distributor. If you want to be successful, those are the two things that we do. And folks, quite frankly, if you're doing anything besides that as a brand new distributor, if you're putting together your business cards or designing your website, or putting together your training materials or your blogging or whatever, you're way off track unless it's specifically and directly involves sharing our product and sharing our opportunity, then you're doing things that are not going to be helpful to you in the success of your business. Okay. Now, inviting people, and I'm going to give you the simple 3-step system. I use the phrase invitation, presentation, validation. Some of you may have been exposed to the phrasing peak, pass, plug. Okay. It's the very same thing. I use invitation, presentation, and validation because the words make sense to me. I mean, I understand the words. Peak, pass, plug is the same thing. The first step in building your business is to invite people, pique their interest, invite people to look. Now, I'll give you a little hint. When you're sharing Zija, make a decision first. Are you sharing the products with your prospect, or are you going to be sharing the opportunity? Okay, pick one. All right. So often people, you know, especially the novice network marketer just getting started goes, "Hey, Mary Lou, I got to talk to you. I found this great product and you can make money selling it. And this is, you're going to be great at this. You're going to make so much money and you're going to lose weight and you're going to look great." And your prospect doesn't, first of all, they haven't got a clue what you're talking about. They don't understand whether you want them to buy it, to sell it, to sign up. They don't know. And in the real world, the confused mind says no. Put that in your notes. The confused mind says no. So what I've always focused on is starting with my prospect list, dividing it into 2 categories. Frankly, everybody on the list is a potential customer. Okay, everybody can use Zija. To be on the potential distributor list, well, you got to kind of qualify for that. You know, we're looking for, you know, people that frankly have already had some level of success. Okay, people that have done the things that are necessary to rise to higher levels of what they do, have the personality traits, the drive to rise to higher levels of whatever they do. Okay, I look for people with large contact base. We call it circles of influence: church, the community, work, social organizations, what have you. People that have good credibility within those circles of influence. Now, once you have those people, I always pre-qualify people. The pre-qualification to approach somebody about our product is they got to be alive. Okay, that's the prerequisite for approaching a customer. I mean, as great as our products are, we have yet to have anybody resurrected from the dead. That's pretty rare. To the best of my knowledge, it's only happened once. It was a long, long time ago. So long as they're alive, they qualify to be on the prospect list. Now, if they qualify to be on the potential distributor list, you know, large circles of influence, good credibility within those circles, some level of success of what they're doing. That doesn't mean that they make a ton of money, although people that make a ton of money, you should talk to them about this. Okay, you should talk to them about this, because I've never met anybody that makes a ton of money wasn't looking for a way to make more money. Think about that for a minute. That's how they made their money, is they were looking for ways to make money. Look for people that have good work ethics. Look for people that are coachable. Look for people that got desire to succeed. For people that qualify in that list, your process is 3 steps: invitation, presentation, validation. The invitation, right? Well, let me talk quickly about that. Inviting, you don't have to be excellent at it. Okay, I'm not a great recruiter, folks. You know, I mean, contrary to popular belief, I'm good in other areas, and I'm not bad at recruiting, but I had many years to do this. I'll give you the key. Okay, when you invite somebody to look, you want to frame it up in a manner or a fashion that's meaningful to them. Okay, I want you to think about this for a minute. If you're talking to a retired couple, okay, and they love their retirement, but they didn't prepare well enough to have the financial resources necessary for the lifestyle they'd like. For a lot of retirees, you know, an extra $200 or $300 a week, an extra $1,000 a month to change everything. It mean they could afford to go see the grandbabies, out of state. They could afford to, go out to dinner once in a while, but a little bit longer, stay at a little nicer hotel, when they go traveling. You don't have to make a fortune to change people's lives. Conversely, if you're approaching somebody who's already very successful, successful business owner, they make, six-figure income, 200, 300,000 a year, whatever. In most cases, the one thing they don't have is time freedom. We have a lot of people who have joined our company specifically because of that. They make a lot of money, but they're working for that money. They have no time freedom, no flexibility in their day-to-day schedule. So if you approach that retired couple, they're enjoying their lifestyle. They don't want to have another, 40, 50-hour a week job. And you tell them, hey, I found a way you can make millions of dollars. You got to take a look at this business. They've already shut you off because they're not looking for a job. Talk to them about, hey, I found a way to make, an extra $200 or $300 a week without a lot of effort and have a lot of fun and help people. Is that something you'd be interested in learning about? Talk to somebody that's already making a lot of money and you say the same thing. Hey, I found a way to make a little part-time money. Would you be interested in hearing about it? They're not interested. Okay. The retired couple would be. The full-time busy business owner, the minute they hear you say make a little money in your spare time, they have no spare time. The minute you say something like that, all they're thinking about is you're taking up the very little bit of time that's available for me. They're not interested. But if they knew what I know, if they understood they could create a lifestyle with a, significantly above average income and do it in their time frame with freedom and flexibility and the incredible leverage that comes from this opportunity. If they had that, if they could see it like I see it, they would never walk away from it. If you understood what residual income is, you'd run through brick walls to get it. Okay, there would be nothing that would stop you. So the first thing that you want to focus on is developing that skill set for inviting people to look. And the keynotes are invite people based upon something that's meaningful to them. Has nothing to do with you. Inviting somebody to look based upon what would motivate them. All right. And then ask permission. Don't be that novice network marketer going, you got to listen to this. This is the greatest thing I can't believe how great this is. You got to look at it. You'll be great. You're going to want this. No, nothing's that good. Present it in a format that is something that they would want. And then ask permission. Would you be interested in learning more about this? And if they say no, then I change the subject. Fine. I am not going to force myself on anybody. I'm not going to force my opportunity. I am never going to beg somebody to come get rich with me. Okay? Done deal. I'm not going to do it. I'm never going to be that guy that stops being invited to, friendly gatherings, family dinners, or what have you. Don't invite Fred because he's going to pitch all your friends on his new deal. I ain't going to be that guy. There's too many people out there looking for us to have to go chase people who aren't looking for us. So the invitation, that's going to be the most important thing that you can do. And work with your successful upline. They will help you much better than I can because, frankly, I'm not that good at this. I just do enough of it to get the results that I want. Now, second skill set is learning the introduction protocol. Because if you watch that first little video that I talk about on the playlist, new distributor training, what we do and how we do it, there's a simple 3-step system. I mentioned it: invitation, presentation, validation. You invite people to look. Now, if you're doing well, they're going to say, what do you got? Tell me all about it, what have you. It's very important to understand at that point in time, you shut up. Okay? Don't be the person that has all the information. Don't be the person that tells everybody what to, all about it. pass them to a tool, okay? I always take control of conversation. Somebody says, what do you got? I go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a little information, okay? Tell me all about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a little bit of information. Now, question is, what do you send them? Doesn't make any difference. The information that you're sending is simply to create a foundation for the third step, which is validation, plugging them into somebody besides you to share the information, okay? In most cases, that'll be an upline distributor or cross-line distributor that has more experience, more success than you do, somebody that can document that the business works. Now, the tools that you use, here's a good one. Use the tools that you like, okay? What got you interested in Zija? Most important thing, whatever the tool is, make sure you use the tool. Don't you be the one doing the talking. And make sure the tools you send are short and limited. Understand that, most people with the busy lives they have, got to take care of the kids, the job, the house, whatever, the part-time job, they don't have a lot of time, okay? You need to make sure that the time that you ask them to invest is short enough that they'll be willing to do it. How much time is that? 5, 10, 15 minutes, okay? If you're sending more information than that, you're probably making a mistake. And when you send information, when you invite people to look at what you have, make sure you set up the third step. Example, what I'm going to do, Mary, is I'm going to send you a little information on our company, and then I want to introduce you to the lady I'm working with. She's been incredibly successful, big help to me. I just can't believe my good fortune. You're going to love meeting her. Set up that third step, the upline introduction, as you present the tools, so they know that there's more that's going to happen after that. Now, introducing your upline. This is something, and so much of what we do every Saturday morning when I'm the host comes from the activities of the day of the week before. Okay, heard some really terrible introductions this last week, so hence why we're talking about this. Write this in your notes. There is a protocol for when you put together your prospect and your successful upline distributor, okay? You want to introduce them in a certain way, and the closer you stick to this, the more duplicatable the process is. Oftentimes we'll use, the video conferencing format of Zoom for a connection call. Sometimes we'll use the three-way calling feature on the phone, but whatever the format is, here's how it should go. Take your brand new distributor, your prospective distributor, and introduce them to your upline. So it might be, Mary Lou, I want you to meet Billy Bob. Billy Bob is a gold distributor with the company. Has already created a significant part-time income, and he's been a big help to me in building the business. Now, take note of how long it took me to introduce my upline. I believe it was about 12 seconds. And what did I say? Write this in your notes. I referenced the rank. Billy Bob's a gold. I referenced results, already creating a significant part-time income. And then number 3, I referenced the most important ingredient in our business. He's been a big help to me in building my business. Okay? We want to set the stage that this is how come people can be successful in a business they've never been in before, is they don't have to know what to do. There's people that are part of their support team that are here to help them, that want to help them become successful. Okay? Now, I'm going to transfer over and I'm going to introduce my upline, Billy Bob, to Mary Lou. And Bob, this is Mary Lou. Mary Lou, and here's the key, okay? Say something nice about them, okay? Say something about them that would indicate they could do our business, and then say something about what they want. Mary Lou's a dear friend of mine. She's just the nicest lady, great mom. She's been a hard worker all her life, managing to raise kids and hold a steady job, and she would love to have a vehicle where she could create a full-time income from home so she could be a stay-at-home mom. Say something nice, say something about them that indicates they would be good at what we're doing, say something about what they want. Now, third component, and this is the real tricky one, is the handoff. Do it like this. Mary Lou, this is Bob. Bob, this is Mary Lou. And then shut up. Okay? Stop talking. Let your upline talk. Okay? This is so important. The moment, this is what I did in the early days when I first started in the industry, and then fast forward 20 years when I started in Zija 10 years ago, it's the same thing I did then. I introduced my upline, I introduced my prospect, I handed off the call, and then I shut up, grabbed my note paper, and I started taking notes because I wanted to be the person that was the upline, sharing their story, answering questions, leading to further information, you know, progressing to the next step. I wanted to be that person because that's where the money was made. So we've talked about a lot of things in a very short period of time, okay? Critically important to get plugged in. If you're a brand new distributor, you need to get a hold of your upline, you know, leadership. Find out what resources are available to you, okay? Use the resources I make available, okay? My YouTube channel, the mailing list, it's for everybody, okay? Pat Anderson, one of our top field leaders, she has an entire website full of information for everybody, okay? Go to clubmoringa.com. Let me just go ahead and put this in there right now. www.clubmoringa.com. Tremendous amount of resources there. Lots of the leadership of the company has resources for you. And I encourage my people to go to a lot of the other leaders' stuff because they got better stuff than me. Okay, so get plugged in. Number two, learn the two most important skills: how to invite people to look at your products or look at your opportunity. I talked about the opportunity because that's where the leverage is created. If I enroll one distributor, I may get 5, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 new customers in my business. Whereas if I enroll one customer, I may get that one customer and I may get 1 or 2 referrals from that customer. But the strategies apply in both cases. Become good at inviting people to look, and then be good at introducing your upline to your prospects. If you do those two things, folks, and you don't stop doing those two things, you will rise to the higher levels of success in our business. The worst thing you could do is become the person that knows everything and does, you know, the webinars, okay? The webinars, and every single Zija leader that does the kind of thing I'm doing today does that for the support of their organization, even though it distracts from what they really do to build their business. This is not building the business. Doing your webinars and your Facebook lives and that sort of thing, that doesn't build the business. Introducing people to the product, the opportunity, and teaching others to do the same. That's how you build a business. All right, I've run out of my allotted time. I'm going to just look here real quick to see if I've got a quick question. And what I'm going to ask of you is, for those of you that can stay on, I'm going to take a little break. You get to listen to my my playlist, right? I mean, that was good music, wasn't it? We'll take a little break. We'll hit the top of the hour. We'll do our first Saturday of the period team meeting. Let's see here. Oh, Diana, you like that? Somebody just mentioned my diffuser in the background changing colors. I got 3 of those things in my house that run pretty much around the clock. Y'all need to go and see the things that Lorene has been putting here, because she does. I should probably just smile and dance on camera and let her just do my training. All right. What we're going to do here, I'm going to take a little break. I need to go check in on mom. For those of you that are wondering, you know, yes, I still live with my mom. I'm a full-time caretaker for my elderly mother. It's why I do Zija. Be able to run a multi-million-dollar business from home with a flexible time schedule and that sort of thing. Let's see here. I think we're pretty good for right now. Let's see, Ray, should I wait until I've read 100 books and then folks, we've got one of our superstars here. Ray just put in a question. Fred, should I wait until I've read 100 books and mastered the art of selling before I start? Answer is yes, if you don't want to make any money. Okay? That was a joke, I'm sorry. The answer is no, folks, don't wait till you know everything. Okay? Work with your successful upline. Your job, and reach out to Ray, because he's probably got some information for you. He'll direct you in the right place. The little tiny videos that I did on that playlist, if that's all you knew, you know more than 90% of the people that have ever been involved in a network marketing business in 60 minutes, maybe 95% of the people. Okay, it's important to understand that you don't have to know anything. It's actually better if you don't, that instead you use the products. Okay, your personal experience on the products will sell the products. I never talk ingredients. If you wait to learn everything that I know, the people like Ray know, Laureen knows, Pat Anderson, Pat Terry, if you wait until then, folks, none of us will be alive. Okay, I mentioned a few names. You're talking about hundreds of years of experience in the industry. But every single one of us started as a brand new distributor, and those of us that got off to a fast start listened to the things that I just shared with you right now. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break. Ray, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that question. How do I get a full copy of the chat box text? I don't know. Actually, I just do. If you simply take your cursor, okay, David says, I want to be able to get written down everything that's been written down. If you're on a computer, you can simply just, click your pointer and highlight it all and paste it. I do get a text file, I'm happy to share that with you if you want. Let's see. And then, take a picture with the phone. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. But here's what's more important. Take notes. Take notes. Well, you guys, I don't have to show props here. Take notes. All right, I really got to take a quick break. I'll be back right at the top of the hour. I've got a couple of the team, the field leaders are going to join me here. What time is the meeting? In 8 minutes from now. Okay, I'm going to pause here, let you listen to the background music. Good stuff. And we'll see you here in about 8 minutes. Thank you, folks.
Battery 70%. Connected to Fred's iPhone.
I thought that you and I were meant to be. I've been thinking about you. I cannot live without you. So on my knees, stop and ring, and I wanna make these right. Oh, thinking about you, baby, thinking about you, baby, thinking about the love, baby, driving me crazy, baby, you can see me going crazy. Make these right. See, getting down to one knee. Hoping that one day that she gon' want me. Say I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Say I do, I do, I do, I do. Say I'm getting down to one knee. Hoping that one day that she gon' want me. Say I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. Say I do, I do, I do, I do. Cowboys, baby, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's when I'm crazy, they're going to be hating. Looking at I want you to hear this. And I say what you looking at, girl, let me know you want it. When you see you drop it, you gotta wait up. Then she gonna go stop. Then she put it over. Let me see you drop it. You gotta wait up. Then she gonna go stop. Then she put it over. Oh my. Oh my.
Oprah, John. Oprah, John.
Going on, I'm jumping on my thing, get you on up in my phone. I should ring a ring. I know what I know, know what I mean. Super fun, but no, she think I'm all that. Hold on, so she wanna fall back. She's thinking my money, she thinking it's funny that I'm about to get it all that. She said she had that time to think that. She wanted to rub up my linda. She told me to follow her linda. She said she wanted that. She said she wanted girl, I know my way. She was mine. I know that you want it. I know that you want it to feel it. So come on and get it. I know that you need it. So baby, go down low. I'll take it right on my down low. So tell me what you are down for. So tell me what you are down for. We are at that, all it. Come inside, come and get this thing. Shut it, come check out, shut it. I want it on, you can bring your friend. Just out, don't be shut it. Listen me how you can get this thing. About shit up, maybe next week we can do it again. She said that she want you. Stick it to her right. She said that she want you. Stick it to her right. She go with all the love. She wanna take control. She don't wanna let you go. She wanna let you go. She want mine. Coming over, then I'm gonna rover. To my sofa, then I take over. I'm so over, I give my rover. Then I get to know so they will be the code over. I'm going to you when you fly. We got this room, you fly. Over ya, get it, she gonna be over there. She gonna share with me, I'm going to you when you fly. We got this room, you fly. Over ya, when you fly. We got this room, you fly. Over ya, when you fly. We got this room, you fly.